The consequences of a consequence. I don't know what I'm saying, man. I'ma just keep on praying, cause I think it's one day, gang, we all gon' make it. Think I got me a plan, make a way for my man.
Back now on EA Sports, our two teams re-emerging from their locker rooms. A powerful storm came through the air about an hour ago, forcing a weather delay in this third quarter. And we'll resume things with an important play coming up at 3rd and short in a 14-6 ball game. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Got his man. It's the veteran Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A big completion there right out of the delay to keep the drive moving.
And any momentum this defense had is completely evened out by now. And Brandon, I'm starting to wonder about throwing the football and about receivers making cuts, because this field is taking on a lot of water while that system was coming through.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So there you go, CD, the first drive after that nearly hour-long break. And you would think that you might see a few more of these as the second half goes along with the conditions and all the rain that we had.
And not only that, it's not like either of these offenses were tearing it up in the first half. Let's see if this break benefits either side.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Henry again on 2nd down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone for 2. This game now tied here in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Crowder. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Bell. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20. On second down, it's Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Throwing, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill to throw. Pass complete. Hurst. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Tannehill. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Crowder now to return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to take another shot here, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 112 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another first and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown, and a crazy inning of defensive score wins it. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressure, hurry, harass the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
The entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jets, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Those of you just joining us from elsewhere around the NFL, this offense at 4-0, they've been the talk of the league through the first month of the season, but now here, down 8, work to do in the final 90 seconds of this ball game, and no timeouts remaining. Back to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. Man open, here is Crowder. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive then. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. That's caught by Pitts. And he would get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. 2nd and 4. Here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This a long one from 54. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's Davis to run again on second. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Ball out a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop all they need. This 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Well, part 1 is done, now part 2. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's caught left side by Landry. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And got his man complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when we're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through is going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Jets, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.
Caught your interview with Anthony Davis. Awesome pod. That's a pretty tough act to follow, though.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't strike me as a guy who's all that concerned with having to follow anyone else. Am I right?
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Hey, at least that was the way it seemed back in April when you were here with Jordan. Where is she, by the way? I was expecting her to join us again.
Nah. She's been out at college games every weekend, scouting potential new clients. She already forgot about me.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that. So, you tell me, what are we talking about once we get rolling? Just some general rookie season discussion?
I'll leave that up to you. I wouldn't expect you to step in the huddle and call the plays, so I won't try to do your job.
Okay, valid point. So, anything that's off limits?
I think I'm pretty open, and I trust you to steer us in the right direction.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Here we go, here we go! Nike 18! Let's go! Cougar 19! Stephanie! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at our next practice, it is going to be a very long season. We can do better.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
Coming up, the Jets fly into New England, but it's been the Patriots in the cockpit for this rivalry, having defeated New York in the last 11 meetings. They go for 12 straight, right here on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
and coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Steps away to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Dancing to his left. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pick up there on the scramble.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
2nd and 14.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went the wrong direction. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Patriots are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense.
Leading him out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
A true dual threat at the quarterback position, and let's remember it back in the 2012 season, that game in the playoffs that he had against Green Bay. Ran for 181 yards and 2 scores, threw for 2 touchdowns. That's the kind of potential he brings to the table every time he steps on the field.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick.
He'll leave this one for White.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. After the penalty, it's Bell. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Play action. They'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Bell. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 5. Quick slant, caught by Moore. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, Charles, we talked about how this team has exceeded expectations this year. And you don't have to look much further than this rookie quarterback as an explanation as to why.
The moment they drafted this kid, there was a renewed energy within the organization, and I think increased attention from around the league because they feel like they've got a future MVP under center. And that kind of optimism, I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. So certainly the question there, 4th and very short, why throw so deep?
Sometimes the defense actually forces you into these things. Sometimes. What happens is you might end up in a man coverage where they press up tight. Could be a zone coverage where they're crowding the line of scrimmage. And receivers have to convert their routes to try and beat that coverage. And you end up throwing it deeper than you want to. Preferably, you want a 3-yard pass in this situation. Get the 1st down and keep the sticks going.
On 2nd down, it's White, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they... They got his man complete! And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to Cole on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This one caught by Crowder. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So every
touchdown Jets. Braxton Berrios, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Kaepernick. Open man is Myers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from, so field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start with a couple of teams from neighboring states in the Southeast. Atlanta at Hard Rock Stadium to take on Miami. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Russell Gage, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington football team at halftime. Aaron Rodgers carving them up with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. David Moore, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. Our 2 teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely... The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11. They stay on the ground with White. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. And a dump off to White. He'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
It looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whoever the dive looked that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And they'll say thank you very much to that last decision, as because of it, they now start out 1st and goal here. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Now a give to White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all even 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Good job, good job.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Airing one out for Crowder. He's got a man complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Rolling to his right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Kaepernick. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. John Franklin Myers, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They're able to push forward for about...
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Fuller run show Fatukasi. Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open, here is Crowder. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Again, he targets more. This one is complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This is caught. Touchdown. Carter Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Hey, 91.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call. It's sort of a big one here. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Finds White.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Kaepernick to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw is Kaepernick. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.